Hello friends, and welcome back to a cozy Christmas bedroom makeover. When we first moved into our rental, we just put stuff in our master bedroom without much thought or planning. I wanted to get the rest of the house settled, unpacked, and feeling like home. Getting everything cleaned up and ready for the bookcases. I found some bookcases on Marketplace. We have so many books and needed a place to put them all. I have been looking for a bed frame on Marketplace for months, and nothing came up that I liked or fit my budget until now. I found this 4-poster bed for free. I messaged them and picked it up within 30 minutes. It's solid oak and it's built really well. Daniel always loves working with his girls. They have a lot of fun together. They like to make each other laugh and are always joking around. Daniel and Nadia are sitting the mattress directly on the floor until we get the box spring frame. Now that we are all settled in, we're getting our bedroom put together and ready for the holidays. The white vintage bedspread, I bought at a thrift store years ago for $10 and I just love it. I went with white, green, and cream bedding so when it's Christmas I can add plaid layers and make my dream Christmas bed. I've always had a love for a beautifully made bed with lots of layers. I remember when I was young and would look at Victoria magazines and see the bed piled high with pillows and blankets and thought how cozy and delightful they looked, like someone needed to curl up and read a book all snuggled in for a long winter's afternoon. The green floral bedding I got at TJ Maxx and the plaid bedding I found on Amazon. Now for some Christmas touches. We bought an electric fireplace for our bedroom because we love the one that our girls had in their room. It adds such a cozy element to the room, and I miss our wood stove. So for now, this is a lovely way to have the ambiance of a fire. Hello friends, I am making my last video before Christmas for you guys. I really wanted to show you guys my cozy bedroom. I am just loving my beautiful new to me bed that we got for free on Marketplace. And I love my fireplace and our TV area that we get to have in here and our cozy little library that's next to our bed. I just wanted to kind of give you guys a little tour, and I also thought I would go over some of my favorite books that I'm reading right now. I got some really fun cookbooks for my birthday, and I also wanted to show you guys some of my favorite kid Christmas books that I'm reading right now. I'm not doing this big extensive list. These are just things that I found that we were reading just within the last few days, and I thought I would share with you guys, and I will try to link most of them for you in the description. Some are old and you'll have to look for them on used book sites because they're harder to find. But other than that, I am excited to share with you guys some of my favorite books that I've been reading lately. So Daniel's been reading out loud to the kids and I every night. It's been so cozy. We've been just turning all the mood lighting on And he just got done reading The Door in the Wall, which is a super classic by Marguerite de Angeli. I think that's how you say her last name. This is the best book. It is so sweet. So this book is during the Middle Ages, and it is just so darling. The Door in the Wall. And what I love about it is the book ends at Christmas time. So it really has a cozy Christmas vibe in it. It's really sweet. It's just his story of he loses his ability to walk, and a lot of people that are really dear to him, like his mother and his father, have to be away, and this monk takes care of him, and he kind of finds himself along the way. The kids loved this book. It is so sweet. We all did. It's just a fun family read, and it's really not that long. And it kept us entertained the whole time, and we just enjoyed it. Plus, it's just really good, a learning book too, because you get to have some really nice history put in there for the kids about the Middle Ages. So overall, I just love this book. We had such a good time listening to this. I do this one every year, and this book is so worn. I just ordered another used one again, but B is for Bethlehem. I love this book. It's the ABCs, but it just tells the whole story of the Christ child, and I love it so much. I love the pictures. It's just so, so beautiful. And it does it in the ABCs, and it's just so beautiful. This book, every time, just is amazing to me. All the pictures, I love it so much. I think it's just the coloring and the art and the storytelling that it does just by telling the ABCs. This is a precious book. I read this every year to the kids. So I love this book so much. This one is so cute. It's called Deck the Hall. This is just the traditional song in a traditional carol illustrated by Sylvia Long. And it's the illustrations for me. And also the kids love it when we all kind of sing it together as we're reading it. But the pictures are just absolutely stunning. I just love a good book that has good pictures and a good story. Or right here, A Christmas Carol. It's just so darling, and every year we read this, and it's so enjoyable, and the kids enjoy this book. So it's a quick read, but Deck the Hall. This is such a darling little book. Another classic is Cranberry Christmas, and this one is by Wendy and Harry Devlin, and this is just so much fun. It always has a recipe. They have cranberry Thanksgiving, I think it's like a series of different holidays, but I own cranberry Thanksgiving and cranberry Christmas. Really, really enjoy it. It's just a lot of fun. In this one, it has Maggie's favorite cranberry cookies, and they live near a cranberry bog and the sea, and it's really just a fun East Coast book of just this captain, the sea captain, and this widow and her granddaughter, and I think it's just very nostalgic for me. The pictures, it reminds me of books that I had read to me as a child, and I think that it's just darling and fun, and my kids love this book, so we read this every year at Christmas time. Christmas and the Country is another fun one. I love this one. Just reminds me so much of, going to grandma's for Christmas. And it just talks about her being a little girl and what it was like at her grandparents' house growing up. And again, the pictures are just very nostalgic and pretty. And it's just kind of like the little things that they do to get ready for Christmas. And it's just really heartwarming and sweet. And I really, really enjoy this book every year at Christmas time. I don't know why, but the Tasha Tudor Family Cookbook just feels Christmas. It's actually all the seasons. I mean, they have a lot of stuff in there, but the pictures are just so beautiful. And I love pictures, and I love that she has her art in it, and then also you get to see bits of her amazing rustic kitchen. Like right here, you see her wood cook stove in the background, and she's sharing a chicken or beef pie. I just love the pictures. I love books that I can look at the pictures. I can read a little bit about, what's going on. It's almost like a little story, and then just also be inspired. Sometimes for me, looking at cookbooks are just inspiring me to get into the kitchen and cook something that I already know how to make, or cook something new. And for me, I just think this book is so beautiful, and I love just sitting down and reading it. And I think that this would be a great Christmas gift, birthday gift, New Year's gift. Yeah, I always like to mention this one just because it's such a beautiful book. This book I got for my birthday. I was so excited. It's Nigel Slater's The Christmas Chronicles. This cookbook reads like a book, a novel. It's so lovely. Every time he has a recipe, he writes this whole little story before the recipe. And I literally get in bed at night and I just snuggle in and I read these stories before the recipes. And they're so inspiring and they're so beautiful. And it's like it warms me all the way to my toes. I just love this book. And, the Christmas list and a fig tart, frost fares and braised brisket. And I love it because of the way he writes and just the way that he even tells like history of England in here. And that kind of stuff, it's just so fascinating to me. I'm just going to read you this little sentence here, a few sentences. Frost fares and braised brisket. I ache for snow. The last generous fall in this garden was in January of 2013, when the yew hedge tilted drunkenly with its weight. I ache for silence, for the sound of my own muffled footsteps as I walk upon the garden path. But most of all, I ache for icicles. And it's like you can't stop reading. He writes so beautiful, and he goes into talking about the long icicles that used to hang off of the greenhouse and the house, and how he played with them as a child. And he talks about how in London during 1408 to 1814, the Thames froze over 26 times, like solid. And they had these fairs that they set up selling chestnuts and having games and like all this stuff on a frozen river, which is absolutely crazy. I think even at one point they had an elephant walking down the Thames in like a parade. It's just crazy. But that was during 1408 through 1814. And I just think that these little stories are so fascinating, so beautiful, so cozy, just adding in what people do for the holidays there, and traditions, and even the traditions and thoughts behind the food that he cooks. So this is such a lovely book. I am enjoying it so much, and I definitely would recommend it. I've always been fascinated with German baking, and when I saw this book, The German Baking Book by Jürgen Kraus, I had to get it, and it does not disappoint. I've been reading it, and I haven't actually cooked anything out of it yet, partly just due to being sick and everything, so I've just been planning, but it's just so beautiful. He's got Oma's waffles, Grandma's waffles here. Mostly, there's just so many fun, different baked goods and cookies and cakes. And I find the stories and everything is just so done so well in here. The pictures are fabulous. The art is fabulous in it. So let me see if I can find another picture. Something beautiful. Everything looks really beautiful, but here's a chocolate cake right there. But yeah, sweet and savory breads and rolls, marble cake. Just a very beautiful book and very enjoyable. A custard Danish. This is actually something I really, really want to make soon. I really think a good Danish is beautiful, and When the kids were really little, I made a couple danishes, and I also made some kind of these like tea cake things. I don't even know what they're called. And I haven't been able to find a recipe for those again, but I've been thinking about those when we lived off grid, and I've been wanting to make those again. So it's been really fun looking through this cookbook. I got this for my birthday too. I got about 3 cookbooks for my birthday this year. Rustic Joyful Food Meant to Share by Danielle Gartz. And this book is just really fun. I've followed her for a long time. Finally got to buy one of her books. I just love her cooking because it's just so down home and very, I don't know, comfort food, family food, gather around the table food, and very beautiful. I just really enjoy her book, and it's been fun. She's really got a lot of just good crowd pleasers that I could see having a big group of people with. I also really love the platters that she uses. She's always putting food on these platters, and I've had a love for platters forever, but she uses this blue and white platter a lot. I just showed you in there, but I think platters are underrated, and I collect them, but I think that it's so fun to put food on platters and serve desserts and serve main dishes and side dishes and hors d'oeuvres. I just think platters are just a beautiful way to kind of present food. I was so excited about this book, The Turquoise Kitchen. It just came out just recently, and I had been on the waiting list. So I've been following this lovely lady on Instagram, and I really enjoy this cookbook. This cookbook is just lovely. If you want to dive deep into doughs and all of the beautiful pies, doughs, breads that she makes, this gal is just an absolute delight, and I've been enjoying her cookbook so much. Betul Tunç, and I hope I pronounced her name right, but she is just absolutely lovely, and her photography is just lovely. And what I really love is the way that she just shows the pictures and really explains things, especially difficult things. I feel like she makes them really easy, like her croissants. Look at this. I mean, the pictures are just lovely. Here's another one of, I love the rusticness of her kitchen, because I think my truest style is very rustic. I love that European rustic kitchen. That is definitely my style, and I enjoy books that show pictures of simple but beautiful kitchens. I love this one of her serving tea with her husband and her little son. I just think that is just so beautiful. I love when I see traditions being held in kitchens where people are having tea time or breakfast. It's just warms my heart. But this book, yeah, she's so good about showing the techniques, and like brown and butter sage ganache. I mean, just lovely, simple, hearty, beautiful food made with, a lot of it made with flour and butter and fillings, and lots of different cultural styles of making different foods. And yeah, it's just beautiful. I'm going to show you another. Here's the Turkish pistachio baklava, which I adore making baklava. So I'm excited to try her recipe. I've had one that I've made for years, but I feel like she uses more pistachios, and the color of green is just absolutely stunning on that. And those pictures just make me hungry. So this is a beautiful book, and I cannot recommend this enough. These are just books that I enjoy and find enjoyable to read and to be inspired by. And I thought I would just show you guys a few. I know you said you like to see what books that I like and recommendations. We are definitely a book family. We usually ask for books for Christmas and birthdays with little little other things, but we're really a game book family, and I just was wanting to share those with you guys, and I hope you guys are all ready for Christmas. And I'm just getting ready myself. I've got my lists all done. I got to set my ham out tonight. We have company coming. We've got people staying with us over the holidays. It is going to be a busy week with family and friends, and it's just, I'm really looking forward to this time just to be able to really enjoy everybody and make food together and just have a good time at Christmas. Blessings to you all, and Merry Christmas. Watching the Christmas clip of the 1994 Little Women, my favorite version ever.